Sai Ram and welcome.
Sairam.
We are here in the garden of Brenda Collins. Brenda grows all sorts of vegetables and flowers and everything here. It is a place that is special to her where she meditates. And Brenda has been a huge part of the service activities at our center. And I understand you have a story about how you came to Swami through service, and possibly through a friend of yours named Elizabeth. Could you tell us that story?
Elizabeth is a friend of mine from originally from North Carolina, and so we met at Unity Midtown. And so I was telling her that I wanted to do something for people, seniors who were living in the personal care home or senior home, and I also wanted to be of service to people who were homeless. And she said, "Oh, come join me on Saturday." And I said, "Where?" She said, "Meet me at this house," and she gave me the address. "And we will do prepare food for the homeless, and we'll sing," she said.
Oh, wow.
"And then we'll go out and serve the food." Or, you know, I said, "Oh, interesting." So I did. I met her at it was Wayne at Crowder's house, which was not far from where I live.
Right.
And so I walked in, and Wayne was so nice and polite. And then I went to the dining area, and all these people were had a system going on. They were actually putting food in brown bags, and they appeared to be so happy. And I said, "My goodness, I'm amazed at this." As a matter of fact, I was very humble when I saw the systematic way they were doing things. So and they could come on in and join in, so I did join in. And after we completed that process, we went to Wayner's room. We call it puja room. And we all sat and we did what we call bhajans. We were singing, and I cried. I cried. I was so embarrassed because that was my first visit. No one knew me. I didn't want people to think I was crazy, but I couldn't control my crying. And this man in this orange robe was looking directly at me. It looked as though he was looking directly at me. And so I remember Tom came over and said, "You're okay," blah, blah, blah. And so I was okay. You know, I stopped crying, and we all went out to deliver the bags to the homeless facility, in the park, in a couple of parks we went to, I believe. So I continued to meet with the group every Saturday, and then I started attending the Saturday evening bhajans that they had at that time. Now it's on Sundays, but at that time it was on Saturday. And so anyway, after that, one night I had a dream, and in this dream, I saw feet approaching me, and I saw orange garment, and they approached, and so this person, it was a man, and his hair was going back and forth like an afro, and I remembered that person, that picture that I saw, and also that picture was on the different rooms in the center. And so I said, "What do you want? What do you want?" And he said, "I want your heart." And I said, "Okay." So I guess I went back to sleep. I woke up the next morning. I was puzzled over it. So I called Wayner and told him my story. And he said, "Oh, it was such a beautiful story." So I remember telling Tommy that Saturday at the bhajan center that evening, and he said, "Oh, such a beautiful story." So I said, "Yeah, it's beautiful, but there's something else. There's another message here for me. I don't know what it is." Okay. So it took me years of contemplation of that, as to what Swami really meant. And I finally realized that what he meant was he opened my heart, actually. And what he meant was he wanted me to feel. And in feeling, I developed compassion. Not just for myself, but for all beings. He wanted me to make decisions based upon my heart and not from my mind. And I began to realize that. And so now I know for sure, I can say confidently, that that's what he wanted me to open my heart and be compassionate and love unconditionally all beings. And that means irregardless of what they do, who they are, but to love all beings unconditionally. So as a result of that practice, me practicing that from my own confidence level, I began to be a part of the Seva group. We would go out and continue to feed the homeless. We would go and perform plays at Wesley Woods. Then it grew into being a part of the implementation of educational program for children through our center children, what we call School on the Go. We implement that program where we went into areas of Atlanta, a particular area of Atlanta where there was low resources to no resources, and we would provide tutorial for those students, which was very powerful. And through that piece, not only were we providing a service, but our kids were able to see other people and how other people lived and how they functioned. Therefore, they could be really grateful for their own lives as well. So we did that, and then we continued to do feeding the homeless. So it's just being a benefit through opening my heart. Service is a practice, and the practice is being a full benefit to others. And that's what I think Swami was telling me. Give me your heart where I can open it up to be of service to all people. When we perform service, our heart is open fully. We do have compassion for all beings. Irregardless of where they come from, where they are, we still hold in our hearts compassion. Right. And I want to, some years ago, between all this, I ran across a quote that I keep on my altar from Swami, and I want to read that to you. It says, "I have come to light the lamp of love in your hearts, to see that it shines day by day with added luster. I have not come on behalf of any exclusive religion. I have not come on a mission of publicity for the sect or creed or cause, nor have I come to collect followers for a doctrine. I have no plan to attract disciples or devotees into my fold or any fold. I have come to tell you in this unitary faith, this spiritual principle, this path of love, this virtue of love, this duty of love, and this obligation of love." Sai Ram.